What's happening, fam? So we're back. We got UFC Fight Night. Vicente Luque taking on Rafael Dos Anjos. I call this the journeyman card. Just tons of journeymen. No really future title contenders or anyone you're going to be seeing fighting for a title real soon. But good card to make some money, and that's what we're here to do, right? Who gives a shit? It's about making that money. That's what makes the cards really good. If you guys seen my last bet here, I posted. So one of my bets, I took Sandhagen and Jacoby. Obviously, that one hit. My most confident pick of the night was Dustin Jacoby. As I told you guys, everyone who messaged me, I was like, take Justin Jacoby, Justin Jacoby. I was telling Jaybird, take Dustin Jacoby. And even before the fight, look, I'm going to post this. Before the fight, I took Dustin Jacoby to win by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission by finish, pretty much, plus 350 odds. Bro, Dustin Jacoby was plus 350 for the finish. I'm like, slam that right now. Boom, finished him in a minute. It was beautiful. I also had a free bet they gave me, and I parlayed it. I'm going to post this. 5 play, and the only one who fucked me was Damon Jackson, which, if you guys see that Damon Jackson fight, he was dominating Billy Q in that first round and just gassed out. I don't know how you gassed out in a 15-minute fight, but it's ridiculous, man. Also, the Ignacio Bahamondes, I bet small on that one. Lost that one, but it's all good because my big parlay with Jacoby slammed Jacoby. Like I was telling everybody, Jacoby was definitely my most confident pick, and he absolutely crushed Kennedy. So this weekend, got some good money to be made as well. I find these ones are much easier to make than the large pay per views because they put a lot of odds makers on the large pay per views. The bigger events get more people betting, so the better odds makers and more of them are going to be on those cards. But this card not so much. Last card not so much. So that's where you're going to take advantage and make the most money, especially for me. That's how it usually works. So yeah, so we got Vicente Luque taking on Rafael Dos Anjos. Vicente Luque, primarily more of a striker, does have a slick submission game as well, but Rafael Dos Anjos should easily be able to dominate him if this fight goes to the ground. I think he's much better grappler, stronger on top position for sure, and definitely has the wrestling advantage. Now I'll give the striking edge to Vicente Luque, but he has not been looking good, coming off 2 straight losses to Bilal Muhammad. Okay, Bilal Muhammad's top guy right now. And, got knocked out by Jeff Neal in the 3rd round. So, and, his last win was over to Michael Chiesa, which is not too impressive. Rafael Dos Anjos, on the other hand, he's 2 wins in his last 3 fights. He did lose to Rafael Fiziev, but, Rafael Fiziev is a phenomenal striker, just outstanding. Yeah, I'm sort of leaning towards Dos Anjos on this one. If it was a striking match, yeah, I'd favor Vicente Luque for sure. I know this fight is at 170, but I think Vicente Luque just does not look the same. And I'm going to go ahead and take Rafael Dos Anjos on that one. I think the grappling, his ability to mix up the grappling with the striking is going to give Vicente Luque a hard time. I think Rafael just grinds him out, grinds him on the cage, and takes him down whenever he wants. And I think Rafael Dos Anjos should probably get the victory in that one. Cub Swanson takes on Hakeem Dawodu. Now, this guy's a great guy to put on your parlay, is Hakeem Dawodu, because, only 32 years old. Cub Swanson, almost 40 now. I know his last fight he lost to Julian Erosa wasn't very good a performance, but, he's got some pretty decent wins. He beat Zubaira Tukhugov, who's Khabib's cousin. And Cub Swanson just got destroyed by leg kicks by Jonathan Martinez his last fight. Yeah, he wheel kicked Darren Elkins, but Darren Elkins has taken enough damage that I think he's not the same fighter. Yeah, so Cub Swanson 2-2 in his last 4, with wins over Daniel Pineda and Darren Elkins. Not too impressive, but at his age, I think Dawodu should be able to come out with the decision victory. I don't know if he's going to finish Cub Swanson, but I think he's going to grind out the decision, probably outstrike him for 3 rounds, and take the decision victory. So I'll take Hakeem Dawodu on that. Pretty good pretty good person to put on your parlay. So Khalil Roundtree takes on Chris Daucus. Khalil Roundtree, man, I've been super impressed with Khalil Roundtree recently. That I'm actually going to put him on my parlay. If you guys see my bet for this weekend, I'm parlaying Khalil Roundtree and Terrence McKinney. Khalil Roundtree, he's actually got a split decision win over my boy Dustin Jacoby. He just fought last week. His last fight, he beat Dustin Jacoby in a split decision. Super close fight, but the fact that he looked outstanding, man. Dustin Jacoby's a glory kickboxer, former glory kickboxer, which is like the highest level of kickboxing. It's like, modern day K1. Great strikers in Glory, and Dustin Jacoby used to be a Glory kickboxer. The fact that Khalil Roundtree training in Thailand with some kook jobs, I think his striking looks outstanding, bro. And the fact that he beat Dustin Jacoby and pretty much it was all a striking match. His striking looks really, really good, man. And he's taking off Chris No Chin Daucus. Chris No Chin Daucus, he's got knocked out his last 3 fights. I know they were at heavyweight, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think Khalil Roundtree is going to knock him out. I think this guy's chin is done. I think he has to move to light heavyweight just, to make some switches in his game, but I think he's going to come down to light heavyweight. And if he doesn't grapple, because Chris Daucus is a black belt, if he doesn't grapple, he's going to get finished by Khalil Roundtree. I think his chin's gone. And I think Khalil Roundtree, he's going to expose that, and I'll take Khalil Roundtree on that one. He's been super impressive lately, so I'll go with Khalil Roundtree on that one. We'll see. Does Chris Daucus even make the weight? His last weigh-in was 242. Now you're going to cut to 205. Dude, he's going to be exhausted. AJ Dobson takes on Tafun. I don't know why these guys are in the UFC, to be honest. I mean, you got 6 wins, 3 losses. It's pretty not so UFC material, I should say. So I know AJ Dobson just lost to Armin Petrosian, who's a phenomenal striker, brother of Georgi Petrosian, K1 legend. And Tafon Nchikui lost to Carlos Olberg, his last fight, who's a teammate of Israel Adesanya, big dude. Got also flying knee by Azamat Mirzakhanov, the bald Russian dude who beat up Jacoby that fight, almost finished Jacoby, which is super impressive. That guy's a psychopath. Undefeated Russian, and this fight's a pick. I'll take Tafon, but in no way am I confident in either of those guys. Josh Fremd takes on Jamie Pickett. Josh Fremd coming off a win over Cedric Dumas. That was a big win for him, taking off the undefeated Cedric Dumas. I know his 2 fights before that, he lost to Fluffy and Trayshawn Gore. Not too impressive at all. Trayshawn Gore is 4 wins, 2 losses. Now you're taking on Jamie Pickett, who's got 13 wins and 9 losses. Why are you in the UFC, dude, with this record? Are they just trying to pad they're using these guys to pad people's records, right? This is the guy, Jamie Pickett. This is the guy they used to pad people's records. They used him for Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel just destroyed him in the first round. Kyle Daucus destroyed him. And they're just using guys like him to just, pad people's records. The fact that he's, plus 300 almost, plus 265 against Josh Fremd, who's not a great fighter either. That just shows you the level of these guys. So I'll take Josh Fremd, but yeah, not too impressive. Marcus McGee takes on JP Buys. I'll go Marcus McGee on that one. Now this is the one. Terrence McKinney takes on Mike Breeden. So you can't see his odds, but Terrence McKinney's around minus 275. It's probably going to jump up to minus 300 real soon, taking on Mike Breeden. Now, Terrence McKinney, this guy's came into the UFC with a ton of hype. Great finishing ability, too. His first round, he comes out quick in the first round. If you're going to bet McKinney by finish because you don't want to take those bad odds, first round, McKinney might just destroy Mike Breeden because he comes out really hard. Almost finished Drew Dober in the first round. I know his last 2 fights have been pretty horrible. Lost to Nazim Sadikov, lost to Ismail Bonfim, but those guys are really good guys, right? Nazim 8-1, Ismail Bonfim's got over 20 pro fights and 19 wins or something, 18 wins, and Drew Dober's just a veteran with almost 40 pro fights. Now you're taking on Mike Breeden, who's 10 wins, 5 losses. You know what I mean? It's going to be an easy matchup for Terrence McKinney. He's only he had 2 fights in the UFC. Did Mike Breeden, and he's lost them both. And now you're taking on Terrence McKinney, probably your most dangerous fight. And I think he's going to get absolutely destroyed by Terrence McKinney. I think Terrence McKinney finishes him in the first or second round. He's going to finish him quick. So I'll take Terrence McKinney on that one. He's actually Mike Breeden was actually supposed to fight this. Lando Venata, Groovy, and that fight pulled out. I think Groovy pulled out of that one. But it is what it is. Up next, Josh Parisian takes on Martin Buday. Josh Parisian, 15 wins, 6 losses. Yeah, so he's taking on Martin Buday. Martin Buday is actually on a roll. Has not lost since his second professional fight in the Spain regionals, and that was in 2017, over 6 years ago. Since then, he's been on a roll, big win streak, and I think that win streak of 11 fights is going to keep going. He's taking on Josh Parisian. They're just, he's 2-2 in his last 4. He's fighting decent guys. Lost to Dontel Mays and Jamal Poigs. I just think Martin Buday should be able to get this one done, no problem. So I'll take Martin Buday on that one. Probably a decent fighter to add on your parlay as well. I think he should be able to get it done. And I'm not going to really touch up on the other ones. Those are the main fights for this weekend, and I think we can make some money. If you guys need a place to bet, BetUS, promo code Iceman. They're giving out the best promos in the game. If you use promo code Iceman, you're going to get some free bets while you're at it. Let's do it. Let's make that money. Out.